Try not to yawn myself through this one. Another little nuance about it's kind of some of what's going on with me right now, and just kind of I don't know if this could inspire some people or not. In a way, I don't want to give people false hope. I don't want to get people gassed up to end up doing something disastrous for themselves. I don't want people to be overconfident. But it's like something I call the pendulum. One second. All right, forgot my little object for the sort of object lesson here. I look at bad things going on, and I've had a lot of it here lately. It's been the past year and a half especially, it's been brutal, especially financially. And being single, it doesn't help. You got no one to lean on. You got to fight it all by yourself. I mean, I've got a few relatives, but it's not the same. But I sort of pitch it, and I've even started buying lottery tickets again because I look at it sort of like a pendulum, you know. Let's pretend like this is what this is instead of a pocket watch. You know, I look at it like if, like this is normal. Do better without that clip on it. If I can actually get that loose. All right, a little bit more swing that way. See, if that's the pendulum, and this is like a normal life, you would think just by balance that if it's going to go, like if this way is negative and this way is positive, you know, if it's going to go this way, it's got to go back, right? Kind of like a basketball. You know, you bounce it down, but it pops right back up. You throw it at a wall, it comes right back at you. So if things are going negative, they got to go back positive. Again, I have these thoughts completely sober. But that's why, you know, I've bought a lottery ticket or two. I'm not enthusiastic about the lottery. And it's actually my issues with relationships, even sort of attempting relationships, have been so bad. You know, the most obvious thing that'll happen is it'll destroy your self-esteem and your confidence. On the other hand, this is a funny side effect. You can't divide by zero. So in a manner of speaking, it's like, well, then anything could work. I know it sounds strange. If you've tried everything else, your numbers got to come up at some point. And again, I don't want to give people false hope. It just makes sense. Sort of the laws of the universe. If nothing is happening on one end, I mean, how do you get less confidence than zero? You can't do worse. Like if you're struggling with, say, trying to get in a relationship or something, you're struggling with like the local options. You don't have less of a chance reaching out to what you would ordinarily think would be the extravagant notions. So in a weird way, you almost go full circle. And you get back around to having self-esteem because it's like I can't have less success. So, you know, it just, to me, that kind of hints at intelligent design as well. And I don't want to get preachy about that. I don't want to put people off. But it's kind of funny when you go that far around, you get back to where you were. And that can happen in a bad way as well. This is just kind of a philosophical idea for people to think about. Think about life like a pendulum. If it's going this way to bad, it's got to come back. Simple as that. The only real issue is you don't know what the full crest is. You know, if you're having all these bad things happen, what if you're right here and it's going to go here? That's the only problem. And even if it is coming back, you're still in the bad zone before you get neutral and then end up in the positive. I know that's a little far out there. And again, 100% sober, haven't taken anything. just some ideas. Maybe I've got too much time to think. But anything that'll keep your confidence up and keep you feeling positive. I mean, is it really a bad thing, even if it is kind of out there? Um, that's kind of what I'm looking at this point. It's kind of like that, Sherlock Holmes quote, and maybe it came from somewhere else as well. When you've eliminated all else, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. And that's kind of where you end up being. It's like, well, this has got to be it. I'm more likely to be going the right way than I was, you know? And that's why it never hurts if it might not be a fun thing to go through as far as like a failed relationship or something that you just don't quite hit it off, somebody turns you down. There's always the positive side of that is where you're closer to where you need to be. You're eliminating all the things that aren't going to happen. It hurts. It's painful sometimes, but you're getting there. You're getting there. All the things that are bad that aren't supposed to happen, exit out, exit out. And that means you're getting closer to where you need to be. You're getting closer to the right decision, the right options. And it's hard to keep that in mind sometimes, but I think it's worth keeping in mind. So, think of the pendulum and think of... kind of hate to quote Rascal Flatts, but it's a good song. It's a good song. God bless the broken road. The song has got a lot of intelligent points in it, and they did perform it well. I'm not a fan, and it's not even for personal reasons. I just don't like the other music. But that song is absolutely correct. It is absolutely 100% correct, and that's just something you got to keep in mind. Kind of keep your head up. And don't let things get you down because you're getting there. You're eliminating all the things that aren't the right things. And that makes it easier, more likely that you'll find the things that are right. Anyway, that's what I'm trying to keep in mind.